Hey guys, welcome to another video. I really appreciate you joining me today. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Altra running shoes that I bought in 2022. As you can see from the reviews I do on the channel, I am a real fan of Altra shoes. I don't run in them exclusively, but I do a lot of my miles. So in 2022, these are the shoes that I bought. I also talked just a little bit about the ones I didn't buy. A lot of times it was more from the fact that I only need so many shoes. I buy them for myself, I pay for them, and can only get through so many. I want to get my money's worth. The first one I bought was the Altra Touring 6. I had the 5. To me, the 6 was very similar. The ride was pretty much identical. They have the 28 millimeters of stack height of Ego Max. Extremely comfortable shoe. They did change the upper a little bit. I still found that very comfortable. They changed the tongue to have this big thing to grab hold of, which didn't bother me either way. But I found them a very comfortable shoe. I still love the ride. These are one of probably my go-to shoe when I want to do an easy recovery day or a long run that isn't very hard. I love these shoes. I've enjoyed them a lot. So that's the Altra Touring 6. The second road shoe I bought was the Altra Escalante 3s. The Escalante, this is my first pair of Escalantes to own. I really did enjoy them. They're a little bit different focus. To me, they're not as cushioned. They have a 24 millimeter stack height of Ego midsole. I think they're a little bit more propulsive feeling to me than the Tourings, but they are also even a little bit heavier than the Touring 6s, even though they have less stack height. The upper material is a little thicker, but as you can see, they seem to be wearing really well. I've got probably 150 miles in them. The uppers will probably last me a lot longer than the rest of the shoe. Very comfortable. I like the stability of these. They're a little bit, feels like they have the Altra standard fit. They still feel a little bit wider than even all the other Altra standard fits for me. Very standard, very wide and stable feel to them. I love these for wearing around. I love them for my short everyday runs. They're great in the gym. I've enjoyed these shoes. The third pair of road shoes I purchased was the Altra Vanish Tempos. They're the companion shoe to the Altra Vanish Carbons. These shoes are great. They have the Ego Pro midsole. It's forgetting now 33 millimeters or 34 millimeters of stack height, same as the Vanish Carbons. The outsole is wearing for me pretty good. They nice, light, airy fit up here, and the way the mesh upper is, it really is very comfortable and breathes really well in the summer. I find these a faster feeling shoe. They also work very good for long runs because there is a lot of cushion to them. They're probably a little bit more firm feeling underfoot than the Altra Touring 6s, but there's still so much cushion in them that they're still very comfortable for long runs, and I love the comfort of the upper. These are my fast feeling long run shoes. I am going to be doing my perpetual motion 24-hour race next week, and I plan to start the race in these shoes. Have really enjoyed them. Now, the road shoes that I haven't purchased that I considered purchasing, the Altra Rivera 2s. I actually own the Altra Riveras. They were a good all-around everyday type shoe. They had the slim fit upper, which is really not my preference. These Altra Vanish Tempos also have this Ultra Slim fit, so a little bit narrower through the forefoot. But these are so stretchy that it really didn't bother me at all. I've been told that the Altra Rivera 2s also have a very stretchy upper, so they probably wouldn't bother me. I just didn't purchase the Altra Rivera 2s because I have enough daily road shoes that I really just didn't need another pair. So I may still look at buying Riveras in the future, but I just didn't choose to do it this year. The other pair I didn't buy is I did not buy the Altra Vantage Carbons. I just didn't need to spend the money. I don't need to run in carbon shoes that often. I prefer not to run in them for training that much. I use them occasionally for race day, but I still had some life in some Atreyu, the artist, that had a carbon fiber plate, and I've also still got an older pair of Saucony Endorphin Pros that I can use for a shoe with the carbon fiber plate. So I just chose not to spend the money on them. When I moved to trail shoes, I'll first say that one of my favorite trail shoes, the line that I've really enjoyed is the Altra Lone Peaks. I've owned the Altra Lone Peak 5. I did not buy the Altra Lone Peak 6 just because I had some life still left in my 5s. I'm nearing the end of life in my Altra Lone Peak 5, so I may look at buying the Altra Lone Peak 7s when they come out in 2023. I did decide that if all I ran in was my Lone Peak 5s, I was going to run out of mileage, so I went ahead and wanted to try something different. So I actually bought the Altra Temp 4s. These have been very nice shoes. I don't think the grip is quite as good as in the Lone Peak 5 or 6s. I don't feel quite as stable in them, probably because the Lone Peak 5s and the Lone Peak 6s have a lower stack height of 25 millimeters. These are like 29 millimeters, so they're definitely a higher stack height shoe. These also have the Ego Max midsole, which is what's in the Torin 6s, so it's a pretty soft ride. But I find these extremely comfortable. I like them on longer days where I'm not necessarily trying to be as nimble through the rocks. If I was still in a real rocky trail, I would prefer my Lone Peaks, but if it's not a real rocky trail, these are great. I also found that these worked great for road to trail. When I ran a road to trail, I might have used up the outsole a little bit more, but they worked great in my Texas Endurance run, which was kind of a mixture of road and trail. So these have been very nice shoes and a nice addition to my rotation. The other trail shoes that are out there to consider, the Altra Olympus 5s. Look like a very nice shoe. They're just a little bit more thickness and weight than I usually prefer in a trail shoe, but for a lot of people they're going to work wonderful. And the nice thing about them is they have the Altra standard fits, the Altra original fit, so they have the really nice wide toe box, so I have a feeling they would be extremely comfortable. They just weren't a shoe I was looking to get into this year. The other one, the brand new model that they came out with, was the Altra Mont Blancs. I actually bought a pair of those. I just had trouble in my regular, I usually wear a men's size 11.5. I found that I couldn't get the heel to lock down. My heel kept slipping, so I ended up returning them. I will say I did get, I went to a demo that an Altra rep did a little bit later in the year, and I was able to try out the Altra Mont Blancs in a size 11. So half size down, and then the grip was much better. They would work for me. I still probably prefer having a shoe that grips my heel a little bit better. So I still like my Lone Peaks, and I like these Temps, but I think the Mont Blancs would work great if I sized down by half a size. And they are definitely lighter, so that would be an advantage for them. So I don't know what shoes from Altra I will purchase in 2023, but I just wanted to give you an update and my thoughts on the shoes in 2022. Like I said, I'm a big Altra fanboy, and those were my choices in 2022. I hope you found the video interesting. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the thumbs up, the like button. If you're interested in more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful week, and keep moving.